I'm Tiven, and I'm going to read some poems. The first ones are just poems that are either have been published in various journals or have not been published. Anyway, they're just not from my book that's forthcoming. They're just loose poems. Beginning of never-ending sentence. I want a lasagna-proof life. Amnesty from parking violations. And everyone knows the real words of the song I sing your name along to. And I'm lying in the bathtub in a shirt, listening to an off-duty machine. Last night I watched 3 mattresses fall off a pickup truck and lie lopsided together under the bridge. I feel particularly blue and attuned to ticking things. You, of all people, should know I'm never going to finish what I've started. Weak language. Tomato, 2/3 water. Certain drinks will bring my ghosts out. My friend is trying to videotape a stranger shooting his book with a gun. What is so wrong? I may not be the fox in the fable, but that doesn't make me the male girl. Everyone should know how to make themselves cry. I'm sorry I spilled soup on your keyboard. So maybe every other moment is the impossible one to fight off. Yahoo Answers. My hands don't always shake when I speak. It goes, just another thinky disembodied voice trapped inside a greeting card. The way I see it, there are just people who like to hear their names in a song and people who don't. Your turn. Harvest moon, moon over Phillies, even calmer moon than moon as yoga you can do in your car. What's it going to be? I'm going to get around to writing the story called Likely Story. Remind me when it's Derby Day. I like to catch just a few of these things happening the same to us both, like the Golden Globes. There are still 4 unknown continents, and I don't want to let go of that yet. My God is a very tit-for-tat God, but I ask for it a lot. These poems are from my book that's forthcoming, from Plain Rap. Lost Titles. I am thinking of an island in the middle of a lake in the middle of an island. I tried to talk less. I held my body, squinting, until the dark houses became thorns across the toll road. Shared blame is a lousy substitute for a shared life. The open door emits such chronically lonely sounds. Sorry for bringing it up again. I am small. I just can't get past how you put the amplifier in the car. Why did you make that shape? Chant. Diffuse sunlight over warm water is one thing. There is a second picture, gloss drifting tense across that river's surface, as if one example of bright pigment is what discerns separate settings. Funny story to think itself the story at the center of the universe, but stories are like that. For instance, someone is waiting on the bridge to make a photograph of the sun setting. It is cold. The hairy tops of trees are a kind of horizon. If only sunlight had a loud, clearer voice. It can suggest quietly that it is cold, but not cold enough to freeze. Or even murmur, keep doing what you're doing, like everything does, and does, and does, and does again. Orchestral. Usual tinted light over the 101 in winter is as good as string music over everything. And your beautiful body makes water into such a small thing. But I love to be lonely. Deflected light. Fields of questions. Questions with public restrooms unlocked inside them. Question mansions. Questions quietly rowing themselves out of the way. Oblivious homemade questions. Tiny questions. Questions that turn themselves in. Questions ending with more questions. Love questions. That piece of land your email address turned up in, after the moon got just too big for anything else to get past. And then this is the last one. Thanks for bearing with me. Clear Channel. And it was published in What Weekly. Also, I don't know. I guess I didn't mention that about anything else, but I'm mentioning it now. It sounds like someone trying to breathe through a bag in private. Hold still. I'm going to do this the way a fireman is supposed to carry a kitten out. Seizing your Reuben-stuttered sized heart before it gets too light to hold. You know, like someone eating away an artichoke. Or like the sun, how things want to keep going back and forth between this life and the other one. That's it.